What's up, Facebook? It's Pastor Micah coming to join you on Takeaway Tuesday. We're so glad that you chose to jump on with us real quick. We just want to expound on the great takeaway from last week. But I want to kind of tell you a quick little story real fast. And I was just thinking about Latino mothers for some reason today. You're going to see why in a minute. You know, we have this saying in our culture about the mama bear, right? Don't mess with kids. Don't mess with her kids because she will bite your head off, right? And it was cool because I was hanging out with a friend today and something really just kind of meaningful came to my memory. I was challenging him about the greatness that God put in him, about his story, about how God has set him up to be a voice in our community for change. During our conversation, he began to tell me, you know what? It's somebody else. God's got somebody else. He's got a better person than me. And in that moment, it reminded me of all the times that I felt that way about myself. And I challenged him with this thought. I said, you know what? I don't know about you, but I know if my mama were to hear somebody talking bad about me, or I heard somebody talking bad about my kids, I would have a problem with him. He looked at me like, what are you talking about? I'm saying and I had to tell him dude, you are God's best. And when you're talking bad about you or about the purpose God has for you, you're really talking bad about God's son. The lights came on for him, and I began to remind him about how God had put purpose in him. And this just goes back to our takeaway on Sunday. One of my favorite scriptures, right? Acts 1:8. And you will receive power when the Spirit of God comes on you. Power to what? To become His witnesses. Power to live out your purpose. And that's exactly what we see in the takeaway from Sunday, that we are like sleeper racer vehicles, right? But it's so crazy how we can see the good in others. We can believe others for miracles for them. We could believe that God can do great things for them, but then when we look at ourselves, somehow we fall into doubt. Somehow we lose faith and we lose sight of what God is really doing in us. We lose sight of the fact that He picked us. He chose us. He's got a racetrack already mapped out for us to go down, and He's got a checkered flag already ready to wave for us. Why? Because He loves us, He's got a purpose for us, and He's put power in us. So I think it's time that we stop looking at ourselves through our own natural eyes, and we got to start looking at ourselves through the eyes of God. And yeah, I get it. When I look close at myself, I see all kinds of wrinkles. I see all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, I got a haircut just yesterday, and I was blown away because I feel like I can see my hair getting whiter by the day, right? But thank God that we don't live by sight, but we live by faith. We live by the purpose of God. And God told us that He's put power in us to be His witnesses in Judea, Samaria, and the ends of the earth. So the takeaway today is believe in what God has done in you, and quit dissing out His children. Quit dissing your own self out, and walk in the power and the purpose and the freedom that God has for you. Because if we want to reach an unchurched world, it's going to require regular, ordinary people with flaws, brokenness, shortcomings. It's going to require those people to walk in the power of the Holy Spirit that is alive inside of them. Listen, I'm so glad that you chose to join us for this Takeaway Tuesday. Make sure you come out this Sunday. We're going to one service at 10 o'clock. I know you're going to be blessed for that service. We got something special for you, a special plan. You're going to get a great word, and keep tuning in here at Facebook and all of our platforms for Takeaway Tuesday. God bless you.